Hello, welcome to another video. This one I just wanted to talk a bit more about the things I've been insecure about. That probably over the years kind of got on top of me, both as a young adult and also in school. So I've made a sort of a list here of things I've been able to think of off the top of my head. So starting chronologically, so in school. So this is particularly in secondary school. I think I don't really have too many bad memories of first or middle school. It's more in secondary school, I guess. So having big front teeth. So yes, my two front teeth were actually the two first adult teeth that I got. So they kind of grew first, while all the rest were quite small and they kind of stood out. So yeah, it was bit of a goofy young sort of teenager, I suppose, going through school from 11 to 16, I suppose. Yeah, having freckles. So just having the freckles, they seem to used to really stand out a lot when I was younger. So there was that. Being short, so I was a late grower. Probably didn't really start growing until sort of 15, 16, 17, whereas a lot of kids in my year going through school seem to be growing at a younger age. So by default of being one of the shortest people in my year, that kind of was just, became an issue for me. Being a bit chubby, so I've never really the slimmest or fittest, although I wasn't overweight per se, and I wasn't, I suppose, what people would call as fat, but I was never quite slim, so I was always a bit insecure about that. I'm in school still, so just being a virgin in school, the way others would talk, it felt almost like I was the only one at times, which was, it was quite overwhelming at that age. Things would come up in conversation, and it's just really difficult kind of line of questioning to have as a teenager. So there was that. Then moving into young adulthood, I've got having a wonky nose, so my nose is a bit diagonal, as you can see. So that's became an issue as I moved into sort of 16 to 21, or say young adulthood. Not being able to grow a full beard, so there's actually a biological reason potentially for that I need to look into further with my testosterone and estrogen levels. So I've never really been able to grow a full beard, and when it does grow, it's never symmetrical. So there is that. Potentially going bald. So although now I've found out that losing a lot of hair is actually more common than I realise, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going bald. Although in my family tree there is history of baldness, particularly on one side, so I've always been quite conscious of that. But I think I might be off the hook, maybe. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Having spotty skin, so my skin's never been great. Again, there is some heritage there of that, and over the years I've taken some medication, which I'm not currently on, as I'm trying to improve my diet to see how much that can improve it. The early signs are that my improved diet is helping, so I'm going to carry on with that. Having a droopy eyelid, so I've actually got, I think it's this one, but I've got a droopy eyelid in the family, and I've noticed my eyelid getting a bit droopier over the years as well. Being chubby, getting more and more overweight, so until I addressed it this year I'd always been a bit chubby, and I was actually only a few kilos away from being overweight as per the BMI table, so there was that. And then on top of that, just being single for years and years at a time, not driving and still living at home, as I touched on in the previous video. Struggles with life pressure, so I've always been quite insecure about those things. Kind of looking at that list now, there's not really anything I'm really insecure about anymore, especially over the events of the last few months. So yeah, just wanted to talk and open up a bit more about that, as I'm sure there's things on there that, I'm not the only one. So thank you for watching my video. Until next time, bye bye.